And we are back for the third episode ever of Trash Talk with Sterling Ardrey. And man, March Madness, we are only one week in, and there has already been a bunch of madness across multiple sports. First of all, we're gonna kind of play it backwards. So I'm gonna start, today's Monday, so I'm gonna start, basically on today. So today's news, big topic in the news, Peyton Manning has retired at Papa John's. The sheriff, he had his last rodeo, he's out. And I mean, I guess he got that perfect storybook ending, winning the Super Bowl in his last season, kind of like Ray Lewis. He got it, now he's out. So different athletes have been reflecting on his greatness. You know, he's got these records. But personally, I feel like Tom Brady's better. Hey, real recognize real, so I'm gonna give Manning his props. But at the end of the day, I feel like when it's all said and done, Tom Brady, obviously, he already has more rings. He's gonna surpass the records that Peyton Manning currently holds, I feel like, because he signed a contract, so he's gonna be playing for the next, I believe it's 2 to 3 years. Don't quote me on that, I might be kind of wrong. But yeah, so that's that. Next, who would have thought? I mean, never doubt the underdog, never. But the Lakers, they had a 7% chance to win against the Golden State Warriors, and they did it. They did it. They beat the Golden State Warriors, and it wasn't just like a lucky game winner. They beat them clearly, like from the first quarter all the way to the end of the fourth. They beat the Warriors. I mean, I guess the Warriors just felt like they didn't really have to show up, oh, it's just the Lakers, we'll just hit a few threes, walk out the building. But that's what happens. When you live by the three, you die by the three. And the Warriors died badly. But they still do have the best record in the NBA. They number one power ranking. They're probably gonna go on to beat the Chicago Bulls record. So, this is just kind of like a small speed bump on their road to success. But yeah, that's largest margin of win percentage victory ever in NBA history. Way to go, Lakers, all right? So, we're going to take it back to the land, Cleveland, that is. My boys, Cavaliers, getting it done, kind of had a rough patch last week, then they kind of cleaned things up the past few games against the Wizards and the Celtics, but now there's all this talk about, what's going to happen. Is LeBron going to leave? I don't believe so. Is Kyrie Irving or Kevin Love going to leave? Possibly. But what is the solution? Well, winning resolves all doubt. So, as long as the Cavaliers are able to stay on their current win percentage, they're on route to have a 60-plus win season, which is pretty good. And I feel like they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. Cleveland fan, so I want them to win the NBA championship. Obviously, their defense is going to have to step up if they're going to meet either the San Antonio Spurs, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Thunder, or the Warriors in the final. Their defense has got to step it up. So they just need better play. Got to get Kevin Love more involved. All that stuff, settle that down before they can really define themselves as like a championship team right now. I don't feel like they're playing their best ball. They know that they're not playing their best ball. So that's why people were tripping off of LeBron James' tweets about chemistry and stuff like that. Like he's referring to his teammates. But I feel like LeBron James is the kind of guy that like he's not going to say something that he doesn't already kind of have like planned out. Like it's like chess for him, he's thinking 5 steps ahead. So he's just kind of saying this, give the media something to talk about, but we're not in the players meetings. We don't know. I'm not on the ground, I don't have the insights per se, but I just feel like people are kind of overreacting to what the players might be saying on social media and kind of jumping to conclusion. They've won their past 2 games. Now let's, see if they can get the ball back rolling again. Finish the regular season strong. Because once they get the defense going, I mean, their offense is kind of stepped up. They still need to obviously get Kevin Love more involved. Once they get their offense solidified, they get their defense, back. Because it kind of took a step down since they fired David Blatt. So once they get their defense back up going, You know, they can stop easy buckets, limit transition, stuff like that. Once they can get their defense back to where it should be, because I mean they have the players to play good aggressive defense, so they just have to do it. You know, they have to want to do so. That once they do that, then I feel like they're definitely top contenders for the 2016 NBA championship. Now we're gonna take it to the Octagon, UFC 196. Like I said, March Madness. What a trip. Both champions, Holly Holmes and Conor McGregor, took the L. So sad. For Holly Holmes, I didn't see the first round of the fight. I only got to see the last, I think, 2 or 3 rounds. On the ground game, there, you know, Misha, she's a wrestler more so. So when she was going to take down, she was aiming lower body. I don't know if it was her speed, but just she kind of was able to take advantage of Ronda Rousey, and it just seemed like Misha Tate was like, nah, you're not gonna do that stuff. You know, she saw the kicks coming. You know, she's able to block it. It's a good showing from Holly Holmes, but Misha Tate definitely proved herself, and she got the championship belt. So hopefully, maybe Ronda Rousey will be back ready to take on Misha Tate. I think this would be her 3rd time fighting her, so now she could fight her and get her belt back. And then for Conor McGregor, you know, it wasn't a title fight since he moved up a weight class, but yikes, this is his 3rd loss in his career, and all 3 losses have come from submission. So that just goes to show he's not too good when it comes to the ground. If he's on the bottom, you know, if he doesn't have top controlling position, he basically gave Nate Diaz his back. We saw it, you know, he just punched him right into that choke, and dang, Conor McGregor had to tap. Once he landed that one left, I think it was in the 2nd or 3rd round, something like that. Yeah, so Conor McGregor stumbled back. You know, he caught him off guard, and from there he took over the fight. And within a minute after that, he was able to make Conor McGregor submit. So props to Nate Diaz. Thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure to like and subscribe.